Oh man, it's happening yet again, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening yet again. It's currently 11:40 a.m. on the East Coast, and the markets are not doing well. In fact, a lot of stocks and the markets in general are getting destroyed, and we have to break it down. So if you guys find value, hit the like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon down below if you want all my moves in the markets, call outs, exclusive videos, plus more. All of that's on Patreon, link down below, and you guys can get 50 free bucks from M1 Finance and 2 stocks from Webull up to $1,600, also linked down below. And with that being said, let's get into it. So again, it's 11:40 a.m. right now on the East Coast, and the markets are getting destroyed. Some indexes more than others. The S&P is currently down about 1%. We have the Nasdaq down 2%. We have the Russell down 1.5%, and the Dow's holding up pretty nicely. Don't get me wrong, it's still red, but it's only down 0.3% amidst all this volatility, as the VIX is up over 7%. And we have gold up, silver up, the safe haven metals. So overall, the markets are getting hit, right? And you guys can see, like I called out in my morning video on Patreon, you guys that are in the Patreon, you know this, especially if you watch the video. We called out this rally that we saw this morning on SPY as a potential bull trap. We talked about it, right? And we mentioned and kind of compared it to what we saw a couple of days ago. If you look at the charts here on the 10-day, 30-minute, you guys can see a couple of days ago, I think it was 2 days ago, SPY momentarily peaked above the previous day's high, which I believe this was on Wednesday. We peaked above the Thursday or Tuesday high, rather. And then we ended up collapsing. And we kind of compared that. I did compare it this morning to what I saw in the charts this morning. Because look, if you look at SPY, like Wednesday, we momentarily peaked above yesterday's high, right? Like I just said, on Wednesday, we popped above Tuesday's high. Today, Friday, we popped above yesterday's high momentarily, and it didn't last. It ended up being a fake out. This green little push we saw after the jobs report number came out, it ended up being a fake out. We ended up getting rejected by the 180 SMA on this 10-day chart. Now we're trading under the 50 SMA, and it seems like SPY is well on its way to potentially test or even take out the lows that we saw 2 days ago at about 449.50. So be careful, guys. Volatility's still here. You got to be careful. And it's the same thing with Triple Q, right? Let's pop it up. Well, it's a little bit different. Triple Q, well, it's the same in the sense that we saw a rally this morning. We took the highs out from yesterday momentarily. That's the same. And we got rejected by the 180 SMA on the 10-day chart here. That's similar to SPY, but what's different is Triple Q actually took the lows out already. We just hit 381, where SPY didn't take the lows out from 2 days ago yet. Again, Triple Q did. So at this point in time, this could end up selling off. Well, it already did sell to our target. Do you guys remember we talked about 380, 382 about a couple of videos ago? We're there right now. That was the resistance from the beginning of September. Now it seems like we're holding it as support, even though it does seem like a falling knife. So I guess we haven't really held it as support yet. For all we know, we could easily go right under this. But at this point, we are at a critical spot. You know, if we fail at 380, this could go 373, 375, no doubt in my mind. And if SPY, let's look at SPY's 4-hour really quickly. SPY's already at 450, which was another target that I had for it a couple of videos ago. So if we fail here, SPY's probably going 445, 440. So what do you guys think? What are you doing in the midst of all this volatility? It's freaking crazy out there. You know, the futures are up. Then we end up swinging down. Then I guarantee you we're going to be up again on Monday. We're going to be down on Tuesday. Well, I can't guarantee that. But hypothetically, you know, these things are insane. It's up one day, down the next. You know, this is just a volatile market for you, a textbook volatile market. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button if you guys are finding value in this video. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And with that being said, let's talk about some stocks here that are just getting devastated, some more than others. Number one is Coinbase, ticker symbol COIN. And do you guys remember I talked about Coinbase a couple of weeks ago, and you guys in my Patreon know I had Coinbase at like 260, 270. I sold out of it at 315. I think I sold more at like 325. I talked to you guys about after their earnings report, I was hoping for it to ultimately get back to where I initially bought it. Again, I bought it at 260, 270, sold it at 320, 20 roughly average basis between the two sells, and I was looking for the re-entry, and it looks like we might be getting it, right? Patience was key on this one because it did go up a little bit after I sold it, right? It went up another 20, 30 bucks after I sold it, a little bit more, and I was waiting for it. I was still being patient. And now fast forward a little bit, it went from 360, now it's back to 260. The stock is down 30% in just the past month alone. Less than a month, 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, the stock is down 30%. We're very oversold now. It's looking like a falling knife. And who knows, now that we're approaching this trend line on the 4-hour chart, which has been support over the past roughly 6-7 months, right? Maybe buyers step in at around 240 to 250. And I'm not going to just dive into this all in right now because, again, it's kind of a falling knife. It's down 7.5% today. But if the dust settles, we stabilize a bit, I'm going to be all for it. I'm going to be nibbling in to Coinbase, no doubt about it. So that's stock number one, Coinbase. You guys got to watch it. It's getting destroyed, and I think every $5 it goes down, the opportunity obviously gets better. So the next one, which is completely just, I don't even know what to say. I mean, this stock has been devastated from 290 back in the beginning of August. Now it's at 175. The stock is down a whopping 40%. It is Square, ticker symbol SQ. And just today alone, guys, it's down 8%. $15. So we're getting a lot of selling in the growth stocks today, from Coinbase to obviously Square to a lot of other ones that we're going to talk about in this video. And at this point in time, like Coinbase, Square looks 100% like a falling knife. We just hit a low here on the 4-hour chart. We've been downtrending for months, no bottom in sight. But if you pull up the 3-year chart on Square, you kind of look at it at around 130, 140, 150 as that being a potential bottom range, zone, whatever you want to call it, considering that is the 180 SMA support here, and we've actually held this pretty religiously over the past couple of years. So yes, we're in a falling knife right now. We're probably going to go lower, and the closer we do get to that 130 to 150 range, and I'm not saying it's going to go to 130. That's on the lower end. Could it go there? Sure. I mean, it's possible, but I think 150, 160 is a little bit more realistic. The closer we get to this moving average, I believe people are going to be bidding this thing up. We're already seeing volume kicking up. The RSI is very oversold, so let's see how this plays out. Ticker symbol SQ. I'm very interested. Chargepoint is another one that I'm watching heading into next week. They report earnings on the 7th. So what is that? Maybe Monday. I think that's Monday. So they report next week. And the stock, this is another one that I own, guys. This is the thing. When you're in and out, swing trading, doing all that fun stuff, it's important to know when to exit, lock in profits, right? Even though you might miss some upside. Like I showed you with Coinbase, I sold at like 315 and 325, my two different sells, and I missed on the upside, but I made money, and now look at Coinbase. It's a lot lower. Same thing with Chargepoint. I think I bought this. Where the heck did I buy this one? I forget now. It was like $20, 21 or so. Actually, no. Wait a second. It might have been less than that. But I bought it. Made money, sold covered calls, got assigned, and it went up a decent amount more from where I sold it. But now it's pretty much back to where I bought it, right around where I bought it. So I get another swing at this particular stock. So that's what you guys have to realize. A lot of people are scared to take profits, sell out. They think the stock's going to go higher. Greed gets the best of them, and they end up in the scenario where they rode the stock up, and then they wrote it right back down. And that's not where you want to be completely honest. So Chargepoint's actually won that, along with SoFi, which we're not going to talk about in this video because I've talked a lot about SoFi, but these are two that I want to sell puts on. And maybe get assigned at a lower price. So, yeah, cash secured puts, looking at all that. We're not going to get into it here, but that's what I'm looking to do on Chargepoint and SoFi as they're getting very oversold. So the last one for today before we wrap up, we're about 10 minutes in already. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you guys are finding value, and get your free $50 from M1 Finance and your 2 stocks from Webull. Link down below. Free, guys. Free money. Literally, go get it now. Let's talk about Facebook. Facebook is one of the biggest companies in the world. It is down 20%. So with today's 3% drop, we are officially in a bear market. We took out the lows from the end of October, which were around 310. Now we're holding on for dear life above 300. And if this thing starts going down 280, 275, I'm going to be considering adding back into Facebook. Another example of this. Coinbase I sold. Now it's back lower. Chargepoint I sold. Now it's back to where I bought it. Facebook I also got rid of, months ago. And now it's finally pulling back, 20% in the red. And we're in a bear market. And on the 3-year chart, we're breaking under the 50 SMA. There's a wide open gap now towards the 180 SMA, which is around 230. Now, am I saying Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call it, am I saying it's going to go to 230? Probably not. That's a very lower end bet. Right? That means the stock's going to drop another $70 from here, another 20%. Could it happen? Sure, but I'm not making that bet. But if it went to 260 on the lower end, 275, like I said, right around the support range from about a year and 2 months ago, that would be where I'm buying. 260, 275. And not to mention, the technicals look decent, but the fundamentals are great as well. I mean, the PE ratio on Facebook now has got to be in the 20s. Maybe I'm wrong, honestly. Let me double check here on my iPad before I end the video, guys. It's 21. Wow, 21 trailing 12-month PE ratio on Facebook. With the amount of growth that they have, this could be a no-brainer at 260, 270, guys. No doubt in my mind. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We could go, trust me, we could go all day talking about all the beaten down stocks today. But that's it for today. So if you all found value, hit the like button, drop me a comment, subscribe for my later video where we'll talk more about the markets, as you guys know. And check out my Patreon if you guys want all my buys, sells, call outs, morning update videos, more access to me throughout the day. All of that's on Patreon, link down below. And again, you guys can get free money, $50 from M1 Finance, 2 stocks from Webull, also linked down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the markets. Stay safe out there. Peace out.